Coach Hargett, before we look forward, let's look to the past. Last week's win against Bishop Kelly, a historic win for Emmett. What did it mean to your program to get that victory?
Well, it means a lot to us because when I came here in 2018, the thing that I told our community and told our kids is I said, Bishop Kelly is the standard of 4A football in the Treasure Valley. And so we talked about we could never really be a legitimate playoff contender until we beat them. Tim Brennan is a good friend of mine, a great football coach, a great man, runs a great program. And so to beat him and be able to be on the same field and see our kids compete with his kids was really amazing. So from a programmatic standpoint, it's huge. It's going to affect our ability to get kids out for football. It's going to affect our middle school, our Optimist program. It's just going to be tremendous.
When it comes to Caden's performance, you could definitely point to the end of the game, but there was also a point in time earlier in that game where it was 4th and 7 at midfield, and then he just let his athletic ability take over. How special of an athlete is Caden Young, and how much does he make your offense go?
It starts with he's a good person. He's a good kid, very mature beyond his years, huge weight room guy. That's really where it starts for me is he won me over in the weight room. He fumbled on the very first snap of the football game. That was the last thing I said to him was, no turnovers tonight. And he fumbles the ball away, and he comes over, he takes his helmet off. I said, Caden, we said no turnovers. We can't have that. I said, at some point tonight, you're going to have to take the football the other way and make a big drive, make a big play to make up for that. He turned and looked at me. He goes, yeah, no problem. Literally just like that. And I was like, well, clearly you're not nervous about this stage. So he's a gifted runner, a gifted thrower. He's a tremendous work ethic kid. And he sees the field well and he makes great decisions.
We mentioned Caden. When it comes to him and Weston Smith, is there a more dynamic 1-2 punch at the quarterback running back spot in the 4A SIC right now?
I don't know, but I can tell you this, I wouldn't want to play against him. Weston, I think, ran for 140 yards or something like that Friday night, but some of the haymakers he throws blocking are just tremendous. They complement each other so well, and they're both physical. Weston's a little bit shorter, a little bit stockier, more physical downhill kid. Caden's a little bit more of a put your foot in the ground guy, but both of them finish the run with weight room mentality. What we're hoping is we're hoping that they continue to remain a problem for 4A teams around the state.
When it comes to beating Bishop Kelly, they're always one of the tallest hurdles in the 4A SIC. So whether you knock them off in the beginning of the season or the end of the season, it almost immediately means you're going to be in the race to compete for a conference title. You look at Ridgevue tonight. How do you keep the momentum going?
Well, I've been asked that question a couple times this week, and I said, it's not hard to keep our kids focused because we play in the SIC. We play in the best 4A conference in the state of Idaho. And so every single Friday night is going to be a bloodbath. For us, we're trying to just keep it back in perspective. A lot of people don't believe we're going to be able to compete with some of the better teams in the conference because we're the smallest team in the conference. And, I like that David versus Goliath role anyway. It suits me better. And so, obviously people are talking about us a little bit now. I just told our guys, I said, if you lose, they won't talk about you anymore. So keep winning and let's give them something to talk about.
Yeah, let's give them something to talk about, Coach. Emmett picks up another win tonight. At home, they knock off Ridgevue, 49-21 the final. I'm just saying, Coach, you're giving us something to talk about. The Huskies looking good. And how about